Hello and welcome to the Driversroom Endurance Championship. This is Season 4, Race 4. Today we're with Tier 2 and we are at, as you can see there, the Nürburgring. This is the GP layout. Today we are going to be seeing the guys out in the Group 2 Super Tours or whatever, Super GTs. So it should be a good, quick, exciting race. Let's head on down to the grid and see how the guys got on during qualifying. So starting off on pole we have Martin B on Super Softs. Second, Jaganat on Super Softs. Third, Comrade Mitsos on Racing Softs. Fourth, we've got Kudio on Racing Super Softs. Fifth, Spooky Luki, he's on Super Softs. Sixth, we've got Mangino, Racing Softs front, Super Softs on rears. Seventh is Steven on Racing Super Softs. Eighth is Flapjack, he's on Racing Super Softs. Ninth, we've got Daz, he's on Racing Softs. 10th is Jules, he's on Super Softs. 11th, JC, he's on Racing Super Softs. 12th is Canny, he's on Racing Softs. 13th is Rocker on Racing Softs, and last but not least we have Booba Lubo and 14th on Super Softs. That's the grid for round 4 at the Nürburgring for Tier 2. Let's head on down to the front and see how the guys get on when they hit the track in anger. So you join us now as the guys build the revs up as they're waiting for the lights to go green. And they're away. A bit of a slow start from Martin B. A great start from Jaganat in the 08 Nissan. It is an absolute animal off the line. So was Kudio, but he's run a little bit wide. Maybe got caught out just by Jaganat's braking. So not a great start from Martin. He's dropped down to third off the line, but we'll see where he can go from here. Still, there's only a couple of corners into the race, and he's got the pace to get back at the front. Comrade Mitsos just behind him in his GTR. He's running the 16 GTR, I think. And then we've got three wide. We've got Flapjack, Steven, and Spooky Dookie. No contact made. Good racing by the guys. Steven slots into 5th. Flapjack drops in behind him. And Spooky drops back to 7th. A little bit of dirt kicked up there by the guys as they fight for track position. Flapjack dives up the inside of Steven. Around the hairpin, so Flapjack has now jumped up to 5th. Steven dropped down to 6th. Plenty of action on this opening lap of the race. Jules is in 8th. Mangino's dropped a little bit back now, down to 9th. Rocker in 10th. JC in 11th. Being followed by Daz. Canny way off at the back. They must have had an incident in the first few corners. Boobalupo really struggling at the back, but looks of it in his Honda. It's a very tricky car to handle. The Honda, it's a very lively back end. You have to be really smooth with it. Not a car I'd be able to take out. I'd just be doing donuts. So we come around to finish the first lap. Jagannat is still in the lead, stretching out his advantage in his 08 Nissan. Very quick cars, those 08s, naturally aspirated. Just take off like a rocket, no waiting for the turbo to spool up. Martin is not being dropped. He's still right in touch with Cudio. Mitsos stalking in the background, waiting for his opportunity. Just runs a little bit wide over the curb, back end, trying to beat the front. Flapjack now is broken away from the two behind us. Spooky has jumped ahead of Stephen. Jules and Mung have closed right up on the back of Stephen now as well. Maybe a little bit of battling between Stephen and Spooky has allowed these two to close up. You see Daz looking to make a move on JC. JC just squeezes him a little bit there. Runs wide, coming to the corner. That's going to lose the momentum and give Daz the opportunity, is it? No, Daz just slots back in behind. JC runs wide again. Looks like Daz just needs to bide his time here and he'll be able to get past JC. Oh, JC is off the road just as we switched away there. Jump back and we'll see if we can see what happened. We'll rejoin the guys. JC just gets too much on the inside curve. He was lucky not to take out Daz there. Just missed the back of Daz's car. JC's been flirting with track limits a little bit on this lap, and eventually the Nürburgring bit him. And off he goes. He's dropped down now to 14th. Jagannat's still in the lead on this opening lap. Cudio's opening lap. Still third lap. See Cudio getting it a bit sideways like I am there with what lap we're on. Both having a little moment. Martin B. They're dropping. Who was behind? I'm missing somebody here. Flapjack now is up into 4th. Stephen's 5th. Somebody has had an incident who's behind him. Mitsos was behind him. What's happened to Mitsos? He's all the way down in 10th. We join Mitsos now on the run up towards the final chicane. I don't know the names of the corners here. Takes a lot of curb. But the car stays very settled for him. Come around the final turn. He's just going to run out a bit wide on the final turn, take too much speed. Oh, and when he retakes the track, it just spits him out and spins him around. Unlucky there for Mitsos. So we'll run through the field as we got the leader heading on through the back section. So Jagannat is in 1st, Cudio in 2nd, Martin B in 3rd, Flapjack in 4th, Stephen is 5th, Spooky Lukey is 6th, Jules 7th, Mangino 8th, Rocker is in 9th, Mitsos now down in 10th, Daz is in 11th, Canny 12th, Boobalubo 13th, and JC is in 14th after his lap 2 incident. Martin is now up past Cudio. Must have got the job done through the final turn. This is Martin B now up and free in the second. That's going to give him a chance to chase after Jagana. You see that on the back of Martin's car there, the gold decal, which denotes a tier champion. He was the champion of tier 3 last season. He'll be looking to do back-to-back championships. Currently he is sitting in second behind Jagana. Jaganat's on 45 points with Martin B on 43. Very close between those two, and then you got Mangino and Flapjack both on 34 and joint third. So the top 4 very close. We only covered there by 11 points. 11 points. I can do maths. 11 points between the top 4. Very tight, and we were only halfway through the season. This is the halfway race, so still plenty to play for. Can Martin, be interested to see if Martin can do the double and do back-to-back championships. I'll put him on a good footing heading into tier 1. He definitely looks like he's heading that way. But if this man has anything to do with it, he will be doing everything to stop Martin from winning the title. He holds a slender lead, but if he keeps finishing like this ahead of him, he's going to keep that gap. He'll actually extend it by a point today if we finish like this. Cudio's down in joint 10th. He's had a pretty poor start to the season. So this will be his best result to date if he can hold on to it. As you said, Flapjack is in joint 3rd along with Mangino. Stephen is in 6th. Had a great round 1, decent round 2, but a terrible round 3. So he's looking for a bit of redemption here today in round 4. Spooky is in 8th, so Luke's then in 8th. Mediocre round 1 for Spooky, decent round 2, like Stephen, bad round 3, so another driver looking for some redemption points today. With a lot of tyre squeal ahead. Who was that? Probably that man. He likes a bit of drifting, does Flapjack. You see at the front there now, Martin and Jaganat are starting to check out a little bit from Cudio. See, Martin might be sensible and not fight Jaganat too early. Just try and break away from the pack with him. And then they can control the race from there. Just going back through the guys and where they are on the table. As we said, Mangino joint 3rd with Flapjack. Jules is in 9th. He's had a pretty average start the season for Jules. He can do much better, so he'll be looking up his game for the second half of the season. Rocker is down in 15th. He's had a shocking start to the season by his standards. He'll definitely be looking to really pile the pressure onto the last half of the season. Midsauce is in 10th. He's had a slow start, bad round 1, missed round 2, decent points in round 3. It's just a little nudge there on the back of Rocker and settle both cars. Midsauce probably angry at where he is, but he needs to keep the head. Don't be pushing to pass. We don't have that in this this series. A lot like the real life series around the world. Push to pass has sort of been fizzled out in motorsport. You can't be as aggressive as you used to. Daz is in 7th. Does a pretty decent start to the season. Good round 1, not so great round 2, and a good round 3. So be looking to just keep picking up points, but he's struggling a little bit so far today. Mitsos had another issue while I was talking about that. Sorry guys, let's jump back and we'll see what happened to Mitsos. Street joint back with him, he's still tucked up behind Rocker's rear wing. He just runs wide. The one thing about these Group 2 cars is they offer bags of downforce. A lot like the modern day F1 cars, a lot of downforce until you sit behind another one. Then you get none. And that's what you can see there from Mitsov's. The aero just disappeared and the car washed out into the gravel. See, Jaganat is pitting from the lead. That's gonna pop Martin up into first. We've also got Flapjack going in. We got Mungino heading in. So a lot of guys jumping in. We're on 11 minutes, so a lot of guys jumping in first. The Group 2s, because of their aggressive aero packaging, if the tracks are an abrasive track, a little bit like what Nürburgring is, they will go through their tyres very quickly. So can Martin make this pay? The only thing is he is on worn tyres. He's going to try and break away, but Jaganat's not too far behind, and he's on fresh tyres. He's going to be looking to pump some lap times in there, jump back ahead of Martin through the pit stop phase. Will Martin push it on to 15 minutes? Which you see a lot of drivers do. I think maybe just for the ease of strategy, go every 15 minutes, make a 3-stopper, and you're done. But we're seeing today very aggressive tyre wear, so you might head in the next lap or two. And if he does 2 laps, he's gonna make it to 15 minutes. He seems to have it under control. He's not losing a massive amount of time. He's about 5/10 from his fastest currently, so he's still going rightly even with worn tyres. So just adjusting my position. We're not doing gymnastics, I promise. You see Martin, he's gonna head round again, so is Curio. Curio's tyres are a little bit more worn than Martin's. You see Stephen and Luigi in the background heading into the pits. That's gonna promote Mungino back up, is it? Stephen gets out ahead of Mung. Where's Spooky and all this? Spooky's gonna come out behind. Spooky's lost out quite a bit during that pit stop. He's lost a lot of time to Stephen and a lot of time to Mungino there. Now you just see Luigi under severe pressure from Jules behind. Jules stopped the lap before. Spooky's still trying to get his tyres up to temperature on his Lexus, whereas Jules has got his completely warmed up. We got yellow flags ahead. Who has gone off? Yellow flags are now away, but we'll have a look and see. Stephen is still going. Oh, Mungino, where is he? Oh no, look at that front left damage and engine damage. Oh, Mungino, no. Let's go back and see what happened to poor Mung. We draw him back with the Biscuit King. Everything going okay. Then when he just gets a little bit wide coming out. No, she just spits him across the track. Slams him head first into the wall. The only one good thing about the damage system on Gran Turismo, it says no actual proper damage, because if that was in ACC, that front end would have disappeared. Or Project Cars or iRace or something like that. That car would be a mess after that incident. But let's see how we can battle back. As you see, we only run light damage in tier 2, so all that damage is gone. He gets back up to speed now behind Daz and Roger. He's not going to be happy. we'll see what he can do from there though, Monk. See Curio now diving in the pits. Martin is still going. Martin is definitely pushing for the 15-minute mark. Where's Jaganat? Jaganat's so close behind. So Martin is definitely going to lose his first position when he pits. Just depends how far back he's going to be. Don't forget if Jaganat Jaganat's tires look extremely good this time around. The weight's coming off, I suppose, so they're not going to be chewed up as much. So you'll maybe push it a little bit longer on this, then to just be on how far back Martin falls after his pit stop. I just see him now really starting to struggle with the lack of grip. The aero's trying to take him through the corner, but the tyres just can't handle it now. But a very accomplished driver, Martin B, so he'll be able to hold on to it. As you see, even now, still look at his lap times there, 148.010 on his last lap. Still only 5/10 slower than his fastest lap. And look at his tyres. So it's very good from Martin. He has to dive in this lap though. He's going round again. Is he going for a 20? Maybe going for a two-stopper. Interesting move here from Martin. I'm sure Jaganat behind is trying to figure out what Martin is doing. Martin's also used a little bit more fuel than Jaganat behind. Curio running a little bit deep into turn 1 now. Mangino has jumped back ahead of the pack that he ended up behind after his accident. He's back ahead of Rocker and Kenny and Daz. Midsos is really having a shocker now after that early incident. Maybe the fight has been taken out of him a little bit now. Down in 12th. I don't blame you, buddy. It's been sucker punch after sucker punch for you so far. JC is 13th. He's starting to close back up on the guys ahead, so you'll be looking to get back into some racing soon. Boogaloo is still struggling at the back, some way off everyone else. Look how close Jaganat is now to Martin. Martin's surely got a pit now because now he's losing time. 149 last time round. Oh, he's going round again. Could this be a mistake? Because he is losing time hand over fist now to Jaganat. See Jaganat pulling out the side, but just not close enough this time round. But look how tight he can go and get the power down closest back up through the exit of the corner. Oh, it's a matter of time, folks. It's a matter of time before Jaganat dives past Martin. Look at the apex speed. Jaganat can carry compared to Martin. He's all over him. Jaganat just popping the car into Martin's mirrors. Just trying to maybe take his eyes off the road. When he have a look down into the hairpin, I think he's going to be a little bit too far back. No, look, great exit though from Jaganat out of the slow hairpin. Because he's got that extra grip, he can just punch out of that corner. But this is where Martin, even though he's got less grip, the cars are equaling out because Jaganat's aero means diddly squat through that fast Schumacher S section, I think it is, maybe. He really can't sit with him through there. When you have a look now up at the chicane, he's right on the back of Martin. He dives up the inside. Martin, I think, just sensibly doesn't fight it, lets him go through. Sensible driving there from Martin. As we see now, he's diving into the pits. She's definitely looking to try and do a two-stopper, but after that last couple of laps, maybe he'll try and switch it up here, because he seems to lose a lot of time on those final few laps of the stint. I mean, he's going to drop way back off the guys now. Look, he's coming out down in 5th, right behind Cudio. Yeah, these guys are going to have to be sooner than him, but still, he's going to lose time to the leaders. Flapjack is now up into 2nd, sporting his M4R Pepsi Max livery. Stephen having a very quiet but very workmanlike race so far, just plugging away. He's now in 3rd. Say, just was a little bit wide. I thought I'd give him the commentator's curse then. We've got Cudio up in 4th. Martin diving straight underneath him. Cudio didn't put up too much of a fight there. Maybe knows his immediate fight isn't with Martin, but could maybe use Martin to pull him around the track. Spooky down in 6th. Jules starting to become a little bit on his own in 7th. And talking of on his own, Mungino is on a desert island. There's nobody remotely close to him front or back. Canny is in 9th, just ahead of Midsos. You got Rocker and Daz, who have been joined bumper to bumper throughout this race so far, in 11th and 12th. GC still not managed to close back up on him just yet, and his very colourful Crayola sponsored GDR. But this main group, I mean, you can just see it on the map there, very close together. Flapjack going to the pits today. Stevens now up to 2nd. Martin up to 3rd. Quick! Martin is a man on a mission right now. Yeah, Flapjack's been in for a new set of supers. But this man is on an absolute charge. He came out in 6th, and in less than a lap, I think it is, by the looks of it, he is now up to 3rd and hunting Stephen down. Stephen's definitely going to be feeling the pressure of that Honda behind him. We spoke about it in one of our earlier videos with Martin. There's been some great drives by him. He's really showing his skills at the moment. I think, unfortunately for Stephen, he was a quick driver in his own right. It's a matter of time before Martin gets past him, and I think it's going to be down into turn 1 possibly. As you see, Jaganat is into the pits. Martin pulls out of the slipstream. Jaganat just in the background there, coming in. Martin slides up into 1st. Jaganat just runs a little bit deep on his cold tyres. So Stephen really is right in the thick of things with the lead for the battle for the lead, sorry. Martin will be hoping he can hold Jaganat up. They're both in the exact same car, the 08 GTR. The difference is Jaganat is short with fresh tyres. I'm sure Martin will be hoping that he finds it more difficult to get past Stephen than he did. Flapjack coming under pressure from Curio. As we're getting close to the halfway mark of this race. Great racing at the front so far. Yeah, they're closing now on Stephen. As we got Curio. Oh, Curio is off in the kitty litter. Let's jump back and see what happened to him. Oh, he just gets a little bit too much on the curb and settles the car, and around she goes. The curbs are quite big here at Nürburgring, and it's so easy to do that. Unfortunately for Curio, that's going to drop him down in the order. As we see Jaganat now battling with Stephen, and Flapjack's coming to take advantage. Look, he just dives up through the inside. Luckily, Stephen was going to be Jaganat, does a switch back, but didn't have enough grunt out the corner. Flapjack takes second spot. Jaganat's now going to be looking down into turn one, will he? No, he's a little bit too far back. You see Stephen coming out of the pits in the background. Luckily he did. They were heading 3 wide towards that final turn. I don't know whether Stephen maybe was planning it or just thought, oh, I'm in here, I'm in the pit lane, I may as well keep going. Fantastic driving from the front pair, but all the while this is music to Martin B's ears, because he is just running away now as these guys battle behind. Set a new fastest lap of a 1:46.3. This is all down to see what he can do in this second stint now. We jump back to the action now on lap 25. Martin B is in the pits taking on fuel and a fresh set of tyres. Where's this going to feed him in? He's back out well ahead of Flapjack and Stephen. This is all for Martin B now. He'll definitely be going by his earlier stints to be able to do the last 15 minutes on this set of tyres. So it's a run to the finish for Martin. Flapjack with a great drive so far in second. Stephen, like I said before, very workmanlike, just going about his business with a great drive in third. But this man isn't going to be happy. He's going to be charging down and looking to get past Stephen, as he just seen him set a purple sector for sector 1. He's already got the bit between his teeth now on a fresh set of racing softs. Just lost a bit of time there for the second sector, but still, he is still pushing. Spriggy in 5th, Jules in 6th, Mangino's in 8th, Curio, so Mangino is in 7th, Curio in 8th, Mitsos up to 9th, he's had a very hard day today, Mitsos. Canny in 10th, Rocket is in 11th, we have lost Daz and JC, I see Boobo Lubo still struggling with that Honda. Maybe not the group 2 for that fella. Oh, you just see him fighting the car. Oh, it's going sideways again. And around she goes. She's just struggling to keep that car in a straight line. Either that or he is bored because he's so far back. He is now drifting is group 2. Maybe a bit of drift action going on. Martin is well out front there. He's 1:46.1 fastest lap of the race so far. Flapjack 2nd, Stephen 3rd, Jaganat in 4th, Spooky Dookie 5th. Jules 6th, Monkino 7th, Cudio 8th, Comrade Missiles 9th, Canny in 10th, Rocker in 11th, Boobaloobo and Drift Car in 12th. All spacing it a little bit now. There are gaps to each other. Closest one now, Jagna is starting to close on Stephen. That could be a battle for the last 10 minutes. Yakinat's going to have the advantage in fuel and tyres, so Stephen might have botched his strategy here. He might have to go in. But what we'll do for this lap, we will jump on board with race leader, who just sets another fastest lap of the race, Martin B. We'll enjoy a little bit of lag there, but I'll be quiet and let you enjoy a lap of the Nürburgring GP with this extremely quick driver. And he goes faster again. Martin B on full attack. As you see, Stephen has dived into the pits. That's surely thrown his podium away. Spooky also heading into the pits. Those guys maybe just didn't quite get their strategy panned out quite right. So Flapjack is in second. That's promoted Yaganat the third. He could quite possibly lose the championship lead now. Yeah, he's just going to lose it by 3 points. If it stays as it is, Martin is going to take over the lead of the championship. Not a bad place to be at the halfway of the season. Gino's had a very lonely race for the best part of this race. He comes up to yellow flags. Car out in the gravel. It must have been Boobaloobo. Jules also maybe got a stretch a little bit wrong. He's heading in with 4% of fuel left. Or 4 litres, should I say. looks like Stephen and Lucky might have a fight for 4th place for the rest of the race, but everyone else is pretty much spaced out now. We've Gudio, Mitsos, yeah, everyone's spaced out now, apart from these two young guns. Spooky is past him. Was he ahead of him? My memory's not the greatest sometimes. Stephen looking not to give Lugie any space to breathe. You can just see there's an example of the wash from the car affecting the air of the car behind. Stephen's car just slightly washing out compared to Lugie. Flapjack's heading in. Flapjack. Yagana maybe was heading in, was he? But he's decided not to have to see him. Flapjack dive in. He's going to try and push and take second, is he? No, Flapjack is out comfortably. Excuse me, unless Yagana just had an issue out of the final corner. He come flying across the plane. But managed to gather it up. Spooky's now dropped Stephen, so Stephen's had an issue through that final section as well. Left front right damage, front aero damage. No damage to Spooky's car, so Stephen's obviously hit a barrier or something there. Yep. Not quite sure what happened with the camera there. Since we're into the last 5 minutes of the race, I think that's going to be it for battles as well, by the looks of it. But some great race at the start of this race. Man, they were good. They were close. But as everything in these endurance races, as the race, oh, Boobaloo, we're going very wide, and that's going to be another trip to the barrier, is it? Just keeps it going. He bounced off the barrier then kept it going. As I was saying, yeah, with these endurance championship races, they sort of spread out as the guys go through the pit stop phases and the strategies start taking control. And Martin B has took the race by the scruff of the neck and made it his. 1:46.124 is his fastest lap so far. He's really had another fantastic drive. Rocker getting out of his way there as he's being lapped. But if you like what you've seen here today, get over to Discord, it's at Driversroom, or find us on Discord under the same name at Driversroom. We can get you in and get you signed up. We have quite a few series going on. There's always room for new, clean, fair races. That's all we ask for in the driver's room. Doesn't matter what level or ability you are, as long as you're clean and fair, you're very welcome to join in any of the leagues and any of the races we have going on. Everything from the endurance championship you're seeing here through to our Sunday league 30-minute sprint races, 30-minute team DRFS event. We've got Dirt Rally Championship. We've got loads. It's too many to list, but jump on and we'll get you involved. Oh, Martin B is definitely looking to close out the last bit of this race now as he comes up to the last 2 minutes of the race. He'll have 2 more laps from here. Flapjack's running very low fuel, but he went into the pits. Did he not fuel? He must have just took tires. He's gonna have 2 more laps to do as well. I wonder, is he gonna have to go in the pits again, or is he gonna run out of fuel? Jagannath has more behind. Spooky about the same as Jagernet. See Stephen closing up behind him. Stephen doesn't have to fuel save. Stephen could actually make up quite a few places here if he plays his cards right. The guys ahead are gonna have to either fuel save or head back into the pits. This isn't over, folks, for the podium. Whether the top step is well and truly done, that man's going to take it, but the rest of these guys are running very low on fuel. Apart from him, you can just see how much he is catching. Keep it on the road, Stephen. How much he is catching Spooky at the minute there. Spooky obviously doing some form of fuel saving. He's becoming a little bit erratic now. Maybe losing his concentration, worrying about his fuel. But the difference is night and day between the two drivers on who has to worry about what. And all the while they're catching this man as well slightly. Where's Flapjack? Flapjack's coming through the last chicane. On around the final hairpin, he's gonna be tight on this fuel. Look, and see, oh, he's not even going halfway on the revs. He knows it. He's short shifting like mad to keep this thing from running out. Jagernet still using the full rev range. Maybe just looks like he's maybe got the fuel mixture turned down. Spooky coming under massive pressure from Stephen now. Spooky's using the full rev range of that Lexus as well at the moment. We'll see what he's like when he's on a little bit more of a straight. He's going to have to use the full rev range to defend from Stephen, or just defend like mad, blocking and slowing them both up. Jagernet will be hoping for the latter. Mangino has finished in 7th. We've got yellow flags ahead of these. Must be one of the guys towards the back. I'm just saying, Mangino's finished, Cudio has finished, and Mitzos has finished. The 7th, 9th has finished. A couple of guys at the back. It's not really on. I think Boobalubo's just doing donuts while the race is still going on. Come on, bud. You know better than that. And Martin B is coming around to finish the race as he enters the final hairpin for the final time. Another fantastic race from Martin B. Controlled the race pretty much the way he wanted to run it. And he has took the win by some margin. Congratulations, buddy. Flapjack is going to come home in 2nd. Look at that fuel. He's going to cross the line with minimal fuel. Well done, Flapjack. Jagernet's going to keep hold of 3rd. He's also critical on fuel. And Stephen has got past Lukey through the final corner because Lukey has run out of fuel. He was using the full rev range. It was going to happen eventually. Jules comes home in 6th. Boobalubo, he had to finish down in 12th. That's it for round 4 of Tier 2. Catch us next time for round 5. See you soon.